Um, we already studied anxiety disorders. OCD used to be under the category of anxiety disorders, but it is now its own category. We still have the same standard where you are categorizing different types of disorders. You're identifying major theories of these categories. We're also taking a look at the characteristics and effective treatment. Don't forget that when we're talking about psychological disorders, we're talking about thoughts and behaviors that interfere with the ability to cope with everyday life. All right, obsessive compulsive disorders. So I think there's something, many of you have probably heard of obsessive compulsive disorders or OCD. So you'll learn a little bit more about that as you watch specific videos that talk about how to diagnose it and cope with obsessive compulsive disorder. So obsessions, again, is one of our vocabulary words, repetitive thoughts. The compulsion is the behaviors. They go together. There's different types. These are very common types of obsessions and compulsions. People are checking things, checking locks, checking doors, checking ovens, checking under their car. They're just obsessed with checking things, and so they stop and check all the time. Cleaning is very common. Hoarding is one we'll take a closer look at. Washing, meaning like washing your hands or face or whatever it is that you want to wash. And counting. People get stuck into these numbers where they have to do things a certain number of times before they can move forward. Like, they might tap a doorknob 3 times before they actually turn it, or tap a light switch 3 times before they actually turn a light on or off, or count to 3, or whatever their number is. And then another type of obsessive compulsive disorder is body dysmorphic disorder. Body dysmorphic disorder. And remember that just like with dysfunction, that people are not seeing their bodies the way they really are. So you will watch a video about OCD and treatment of OCD. You're also going to watch a video about hoarding disorder. So many of you may have seen that show Hoarders on television. I think it's on TLC or something. But people can't throw things away. And it may be particular things that they get hung up on. It might just be paper items or clothing, or it might just be everything. There's a lot of theories of why people keep these things. A lot of it has to do with the ties to the memory they have. Maybe they've had some kind of loss in their life. And so they keep these things to hold on to the memories they have associated with this. But a lot of the items they get don't even have any memories. They have a difficult time throwing things away. So you're going to watch a video about a hoarder, how dysfunctional it is and maladaptive. And then you'll also take a look at a video about how to help people who have hoarding disorders. And the help is what I call counterintuitive. You wouldn't think that that's what you should do. But dealing with people with this hoarding disorder, you have to be extremely patient. You can't just clean up the mess for them, because it'll just make the mess again. So you'll take a look at the treatment for that. And it's not easy. The last one is body dysmorphic disorder. Sorry. Body dysmorphic disorder is a preoccupation. Preoccupation means a constant thought, kind of like an obsession, with a perceived defect or flaw in physical appearance that seems insignificant to others. This person responds to the preoccupation by performing repetitive behaviors, such as checking, grooming, or comparing themselves to others. So it might even seem a little bit narcissistic, because these people are constantly staring at themselves, but they are not happy with what they see. And so something that we don't even notice about them becomes basically an obsession to them, and they want to change it or they want to hide it. And it causes a ton of distress for these people. When you watch the video that describes people with body dysmorphic disorder, you wouldn't think that this would be such a terribly dangerous disorder, but it is. And again, very distressful. It affects both men and women. But again, it's when a person sees something in themselves and they become obsessed with it. They don't like it and they want to change it or hide it. That's all I have for you about these 3 obsessive compulsive disorders, or 3 branches of obsessive compulsive disorders. The links for the videos will be on your document and along with the questions. Have a great day. Why can't I stop my video?